We are Islamic Republic, Part 15. The British in India. A. The East India Company. Why did the British hope to gain? What did the British hope to gain out of India? What effect did the British success have on the peoples of India? Why did they take over the territories that make up Pakistan? The British first arrived in India in the early 17th century. English merchants set up the East India Company in 1600 to trade with the East, not to conquer India. They established trading settlements known as factories. The first settlements were set up at Surat in 1612, Madras, Chennai 1640, Bombay, Mumbai 1661, Calcutta, Kolkata 1690. At first, the company was only interested in trade and not in any kind of political control. But the decline of the Mughal Empire, clashes with the Marathas, and the lack of any central government led to conflict between the company and the ambitions of the local princes. The British had to protect themselves against attack from the French, in the end drawn into the local politics to maintain and enhance their business. The East India Company had the unusual distinction of ruling an entire country. In 1600, Queen Elizabeth I granted charter to the East India Company. In 1612, first permanent British trading post at Surat. In 1615, the merchant's Hope was the first ship to carry cargo between India and England. 1671, East India Company took control of Bombay, Mumbai. 1700, all Bengal trading posts run from Fort William, later Calcutta. 1757, Battle of Plassey, victory for Robert Clive, leading a company army over the rule of Bengal. 1773, the Regulating Act was passed, ranking the East India Company accountable to Parliament. 1784, the India Act gave British government overall political authority. 1793 to 1815, Britain-France wars. The Britain-France wars hit the company's profits. 1800, East India Company prohibited export of Indian cloth to Britain. 1803, British took Delhi. East India Company lost their monopoly of trading with India. 1839 to 1841, First Afghan War. 1843, Britain annexed Sindh, First Sikh War. 1848-49, Second Sikh War, majority of India and Burma controlled by the British. 1857, violent uprising against the British rule, the War of Independence. 1858, British government took direct control of India, Queen Victoria's proclamation. 1869, Suez Canal opened. 1873, East India Company dissolved. The company, East India Company, recruited local men known as sepoys into an army to defend their trading post and the profits they were making. During the 18th century, the East India Company increasingly interfered in the government of various parts of India. It achieved this by a mixture of force and supporting local princes. Gradually, as the task of government became too great for the company, the British government took on more responsibility. By 1850, through a combination of bloody wars and often devious political deals, Britain had gained almost complete control of the Indian subcontinent. And that's how it went along.